So I'm joined now by Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Governor, good to have you with us. You know, you look at these images, that's La Jolla, Texas, in your home state, and you see 7- and 4-year-olds who are clinging to each other come a long way by themselves. It's unimaginable to most parents to see all of these children alone and on their own, but they've been told by the Biden administration that that's the way that you can get in and stay, right?
You know, open border Biden is what's bringing this in. But Martha, I got to tell you, I'm angry, but more importantly, we have farmers and ranchers and residents in those areas that are extremely angry. The situation right now is far more dire and far more dangerous than has ever been during the course of at least this century, maybe ever before. And that's because of these numbers that you heard about people coming across the border, but also the danger and the way that the cartels and the smugglers are operating. It causes great danger in those communities, and people in South Texas and people across the entire state are fed up with it. And as a result, what you're going to see coming out of Texas are modifications of what we are doing in the state to make sure that we as a state are going to be able to crack down more on it. We just passed a budget where more than $1 billion will be spent by the state of Texas, where we are going to escalate the war against those coming across our border because President Biden and his administration are not getting the job done.
You know, when you take a look at these fentanyl numbers, 95 pounds of fentanyl coming across your border, as I know you point out, it's enough to kill every single person in the state of New York, 21 million fatal doses in what's coming across. So do you call the DEA, you call the president? I mean, what do you do to say we're the United States of America, one of our states is being invaded in a way that's so dangerous for the people of this country? What are they telling you about how they can help you?
Well, it depends on who you're talking to. So we talk to Border Patrol agents every single day, and our law enforcement officers work with the DEA every single day, and they work collaboratively with us. However, at the higher levels in the Biden administration, they are completely tone deaf and non-responsive to this deadly situation. Martha, I have to expand upon what you're talking about in this sense, and that is your viewers need to understand most of this fentanyl does not stay in Texas. This is going to New York. It is going to Michigan. It is going to Oregon and Washington State and California. So this is something that involves every state in the United States. And these drugs, it takes just 2 milligrams in order to kill somebody. And this is going to be a deadly, dangerous situation across the country. Deaths that are caused by Biden's open border administration.
Well, you know, I mean, fentanyl, obviously, most of it's made in China. It's coming across the border where you are, as you say, in enormous amounts that we haven't seen in a very long time. And so you're telling me that you're sending this message to the administration, and beyond the DEA and what you can handle with folks who are actually on the border, you're getting zero response. They're not concerned about this, is what I'm hearing.
Nothing from the president, nothing from the vice president, nothing from Secretary Mayorkas. They have their heads in the ground as it concerns these dangers, and they want to pretend it doesn't exist, and they don't want to do anything about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love for him to watch this video with us. I would love for him to come on so that I could ask him, you know, when you watch Bill Melugion's video of people crossing the border, how can you possibly stand there with a straight face and tell people that the border is closed? And Kamala Harris, the vice president, was designated to oversee this situation with the Triangle countries, where most of them are coming from, except now you've got lots of people taking airplanes and coming from Romania through the southern border.
Exactly.
Any idea when you might see the vice president on the border?
They've indicated they have no intent to come down to the border. But let me go back and emphasize a key point. Texas, in the coming weeks, we are changing the way that we as a state respond to this more prolifically than what anybody's ever seen before. Yeah. And what we do will get their attention, and I bet they'll be down here real quick.
All right. We got to leave it there. You're on your own, it seems like. Thank you very much, Governor. Good to see you today. Thank you, Governor.
You too, Martha. Thank you.